Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostip and this is going to be part 47 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as the Julii, and in this episode I will be taking Cordoba. This is one of the last Carthaginian settlements that is left, and I think, yeah, Palma is going to be their last one, okay. And I can take this in this turn, I believe. Yeah, I already have my siege equipment already built up, so I can take this. This is a large settlement as well. In fact, is it, yeah, 28,000 people, so this is quite big. I'm not sure, let's see, what is the Royal Palace. So yeah, I don't know what level that is. I don't know if this is a large or huge city, but yeah, they will be exterminated for sure. In one of my practice campaigns, I did notice that Cordoba seemed to be very difficult to maintain its loyalty. And I think that I did exterminate the population in that campaign as well. Maybe I forgot to do that. I can't quite remember. I'm not sure. I don't know if certain settlements in this game have different degrees of difficulty in terms of the population loyalty. This is something that exists in medieval Total War, where certain settlements just have a innate disloyalty factor in them, and I don't know if that exists in this game. But I don't know. I got a feeling that Cordoba had that, but that might have just been me imagining things. In any case, yes, they will be taken out. They do have a decent little garrison here. It's not nothing, so I can take care of that. And I think that probably should be done before I do anything else in this turn, because I will be getting some money from that. I do have 11,000, so that's fine, but yeah, there's going to be more. I'm going to want some more money, because I was looking at my my settlements before I started recording, and yeah, there's a lot of building projects that need to be put underway. Although actually, I probably, maybe what I want to do is fight a couple of these brigand battles first, just to kind of get myself fluid with my micro again, because yeah, it's nice to kind of get a little warm up before going into a big battle. So up here, I do have a general that's just passing through, Marcus the Cold-Hearted. He was up here in Condati Redinum. He was the governor up there, and he was being brought down here. I can't really remember what for. Maybe just to manage Carthago Nova, perhaps. I can't quite remember. But the fact that he is here is perfect timing. Now, the fact that he's a hypochondriac, that's -6 from his hit points, and that makes me a bit nervous about having him by himself take on these 2 units of Iberian infantry and these peasants. If he was a bit of a healthier man, then I maybe wouldn't be so worried, but yeah, hypochondriac is not too good. So if I were to hire these Balearic slingers and these Spanish mercenaries and these barbarian mercenaries, it wouldn't be too much of an issue. I mean, that would be a lot of money, but you know, those are pretty good troops, I think. In fact, let me look at this again. Let's look, how much are they exactly? 750 to recruit and 170 for upkeep. Yeah, 750 to recruit, 200 for upkeep, and then 800 to recruit and 200 for upkeep. Interesting. Now I want to look at that. I want to kind of compare that to how much am I, what's the upkeep from my, like, Roman Cav is 107. Okay, that's pretty cheap. What about upkeep for my Auxilia is 170. Okay. And can I find a healthy unit of early legionaries? 210. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to look at that for like a reference point. So yeah, 170 for my Archer Auxilia as well as upkeep. Okay. Okay, so the upkeep for mercenaries seems to be pretty standard in line with normal units. It's just their recruitment cost that's like really, really crazy. But of course, the upside of that is that you can get them anywhere, and they are not pulling people from the population of the settlement itself. So that's the obvious upside there. So yeah, I think for here, yeah, why not just do it? Let's just get these guys, hire all of them, and yeah, it's a chunk of money, but let's go in here and fight these brigands. And let's chase them down. So yes, 2 Iberian infantry and 1 unit of peasants. Let's go get them. I think this is actually going to be my first time getting to use the Balearic Slingers, and yeah, for that I am actually looking forward to this because I've heard good things, so they better not let me down. In fact, I can't remember. Is their range the same as normal slingers, or is it further? Do they have further range than normal slingers? Yeah, because I know that normal slingers have shorter range than normal archers. So then comparing them to like the long range archers, that's quite a big difference. So so in that respect, yeah, they would definitely like not be anywhere like in the same ballpark as Cretan archers, which are the best archer unit in the game. Are they actually? I know they're very good, but like I know there's other good archer units like the Pharaoh's Bowman and the Forester Warband for the Gauls, and then like the Chosen Archers for the Germans, and then yeah, maybe even like the Archer Auxilia for the Romans. Yeah, I don't know how the Cretans match up against those archers, because like some of them have a lot of armor, you know, like the Pharaoh's Bowman have good armor stats. Yeah, that's something I should kind of compare and look at. It is very nice of them to deploy their forces downhill from me, so my slingers should start to be able to get some good shots in here. Yeah, let's check these guys out, and what, they're going to be chucking right into the peasants. 6 are dead immediately, and yeah, we're going to be tearing those guys apart. Yeah, look at them drop. Man, they are dropping fast. Now it looks like they are going to be charging my lines of Spanish mercenaries, so I have my general, who, actually I probably shouldn't use him. Remember the whole thing about him being a hypochondriac? Yeah, probably shouldn't use him in battle, but we can get a nice little charge here. Let's see there. Yep, they're already broken. And now let's get a run up. And we can charge them as well. And slingers are going to be chucking some stones into the peasants there. And yes, now the enemy general is dead. And that's it for them. The last men standing are going to be the peasants. But not for long, I reckon. There we go. Let's end that battle. And we did lose 4 men, but now we have some mercenaries that we can bring to other fights on the Iberian Peninsula. Because yes, there's still some more fighting to do here. And you, which direction do I want you to head? Why not Numantia? I don't know, was I doing something with you? I really keep thinking I was. Oh, I have a spy here, perfect. Let's bring you... I keep thinking, like, did I have a spy here for a reason? I was wondering, like, do I have a Gallic assassin hanging out? But, I mean, he's gonna, like, go away once his faction goes away, so... I guess I shouldn't be too concerned about him. So yeah, let's just take this spy and bring him... down here, perhaps? Yeah. That looks good. And then let's go up here, and let's take out these brigands as well. There's 2 units, I don't know what they have. And they are blocking my trade from Aboricum to Londinium, so... yeah, it's pretty important to take these guys out. I think, let's see, can I get some vision on these guys? 2 units of warband, okay. Well, I mean, this is my faction heir. 3 stars. Does he have any morale traits? Anything that is going to help him as a leader in a fight? Let's see here. I don't think so. Pet hunting dog, no. And no, and no. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hire these 2 barbarian mercenaries. And that hopefully is enough to help us take out these brigands here. Luckily for us, it looks like they are going to be just starting right out in the open. Yeah, in fact, right on the road that they were clogging up, actually. So, yeah, very, very accurate strategy map to battle map representation here. Pretty cool stuff. And you know what? I actually just either like realized or just remembered that the barbarian mercenaries have the war cry ability. I have not been using that this entire campaign. So, yeah, that's useful. I need to be using that. I don't know exactly how it works. I think there's a... This is something that I should be learning because I'm preparing for a barbarian campaign coming up. Well, I mean, whenever I finish one of these current campaigns, that is, so don't get too excited. But yes, I need to, like, learn this. There's a lot of different ideas on how the Warcry ability works. It's my understanding, I think the closest to the truth that I've seen is that it does boost attack, but it's like a 7-second build-up kind of deal. So you don't want to like necessarily press it the second before they engage into a melee. You kind of want them to have at least a few seconds to kind of build that up first. But that's one of those things. I've done a couple like little dives into the code of this game to sort of discern how certain things work, and I would like to do that for Warcry to try to figure out exactly, according to the game code, how exactly does that ability work, so I know how best to use it, of course. It is a neat thing as well. I like how each of like the base infantry types for the Romans or the Phalanx factions or the Barbarian factions, they all have kind of a unique little quirk to them that needs to be sort of mastered to understand how to use these. And I'm talking the base units, you know? So like the Roman units, like you really have to figure out how to maximize the killing power of their pilum. You know, it's not just a, you know, click on the enemy and have them go to town and kill them. No, you need to try to get your 2 tosses in. And I've tried to build my army comps around allowing my Roman units to toss their pilum, right? As you have seen. So there's that. And then you have like the phalanx units, whether it's the pikes or the spear phalanxes, that have a completely different set of like combat dynamics that you have to figure out for those factions as well. And then you get to the barbarian factions and you have to figure out how to use Warcry because so many of their units do use that ability. So yeah, I think it's a pretty neat thing that just, you know, these aren't even like the advanced steps for these factions. These are the base units that you need to sort of like, okay, how do I win at this level? How do I win at the tier 1 level? So I want to try to like time it out so that maybe I get a little bit closer and then maybe I start my Warcry ability and charge in. Because I feel like from here... Yeah, let's take them off guard mode and let's have them start to do this. And are they going to continue to do... Yeah, it's interesting because like the ability looks like it immediately became available again. But no, it's not triggering anymore. Okay, that's interesting. Well, let's try to charge on in. I don't know if it's still active or what, but let's charge in and try to engage. Let's try to like come up here and you come here. And maybe, yeah, it's interesting that they're kind of allowing me to get around here. Yeah, how are we doing here? So it looks like we're okay. All right, if we can get a little tappy poo in here, and that's good. All right, there we go. That looks good. So now you get in here, and then you get in here. They're being very passive. Okay, they're just gonna let us like surround them and kill them, I guess. That's fine. So they're gonna go into my initial unit, and then you guys are gonna get back here, and I'm gonna see if I can get you guys to Warcry again. Oh, yeah, here, you guys start to Warcry. And yeah, now you guys are a couple seconds into your Warcry, so go on in there and you start running. And now you can get your little flanking charge in. There we go. That's good. So we did lose 56 men. So I'm going to check this out. I want to see. So barbarian mercenaries, casualties inflicted, 41 and 61. Okay. Alright. Yeah, if any of y'all know how the Warcry ability works, or how you think it works, that is, I would like to, yeah, hear your thoughts on that, because, yeah, I've read different things on it, and, yeah, they might be true, but, you know, when I hear different things, I'm thinking, okay, so there's a difference of opinion on this. But I'm pretty sure that it is melee attack that is increased. It's not morale. I think that part is true. I also have a fleet that is here, and it is about ready to send an army over to Ireland. Now, it can't move in this turn. Orders. But it can... What I can do is I can get this army out of Deva, I believe. Let me just check and see how they're doing. If I move in these peasants... And that's fine. Perfect. Yeah, that's all I needed. So, General. Let's see. This army is... Yep, they're definitely good enough to take on... Deva, or Tara, and what do we have? 2 warband and 1 British heavy chariot. Okay, yeah, that's looking fine. So you can... I want you to keep placing watchtowers, so you keep heading in that direction. And let's see here. You, Ulpius Corvinus, you can take on this little British army. And also I was thinking, so this is my newest formed up army here, led by Julianus Ammonius. And I want to take on the Germans, but like they actually are paying me, I think, 800 denarii per turn for another 7 turns. And I don't want to give up that money. So what I can do instead is I can send them north to basically like assist and support this push against the British settlements right here. So, and then maybe they can like head down from there and take on Trier. Perhaps it's just an idea. I have this old-fashioned army still hanging on and just kind of defending Lacia, so like I don't necessarily need to leave this army behind. Imperator. Yeah, so I like that idea. They can't move in this turn, so that's okay though. You, however, let's just make sure I save. You can, so I misclicked and I didn't get these guys, so let's get these guys. Okay, so it's gonna be a river battle? Shit. Okay. So 4-star general and a lot of damaged units, but there are 2 units of British heavy chariots that are relatively healthy. And then a damaged unit of British heavy chariots, and then he's, of course, oh, he's the faction leader. Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, he has a big unit of heavy chariots as well. And then the rest of the army is pretty... Yeah, pretty weak. I mean, I don't know. The 54 head hurlers, considering this is going to be a river crossing, yeah, not that bad. But I got my archers. They're long-ranged, and my infantry, supported by my archers, should be able to push across this, you know, the river ford. Would you have a look at this battle map? I mean, look at this. This is, unlike anything that I've seen before in this game. This is pretty wide open. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Now I think this is 2 fording points on this river. I think that this counts as a fording point. It's just weird to me because it looks a little different. You know, like that part looks the same. The fact that there's what looks like a path here. But it's just, you know, like this is like really obvious because it has the 2 lighter colored areas on either side of the river, and this one doesn't have that. So it's like, why do they make it harder, you know, to see? And maybe that's an intentional game choice. I don't know. I'm not really sure. You know, to like make it seem like, oh, maybe you'll get caught unawares or something by the enemy crossing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I got my army formed up, divided in half with my general with his trusty doggos in the middle. So let's see, I got my archers on this side. Archers and spears on this side. Supported by 2 legionnaires. And some cav. And then on this side, let's see, what group did I forgot what group I put you guys in. Is it 3? Yes, okay. So let's get you guys, actually, let me do this again. So I can lock you guys like in place. There you go, perfect. And I'll do the same with you guys, lock you in place like that, perfect. Lock you in place. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Alright, are we able to shoot? Are we shooting at stuff? No, looks like we're not shooting at stuff. Yeah, it's tempting just to bring up the archers and get them to push the British heavy chariots away from the river so that we can cross. Now we're able to get some volleys in on those British heavy chariots, and I would imagine they should start dropping, yeah. Yeah, they're losing men, they're losing chariots. They're going down pretty fast, actually, yeah. Yeah, 24, 22. I'm not sure, how many men is in each chariot? Is it 2 or 3? Looks like it's 2, I think. 2 per chariot, okay. And these don't have any range capabilities. They're just melee chariots, is my understanding. But yeah, that group got wiped out. Holy moly. Alright. So do we have any range in on those guys? It looks like we don't. So yeah, I'm tempted to... Oh, I can't move up that way. Alright, so let's move up. Okay, so they want to move back. And so we can't form up in the river. That's interesting. I just have to cross the river. Let's see. Feels a little bit risky, but let's have... It's gonna go like into column formation, but no, we don't have to get too fancy about that. Let's just do this manually. I wonder if my javelins can get the range in on these guys from across the river. I don't think they can. That'd be kind of cool though, because they do have that bonus versus chariots. And no, it doesn't appear like it. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's just move across then. Let's go. Let's have these guys run. You, and you run and run. And yeah, the archers will just like hang back and provide cover fire, I suppose. Let's bring you guys up so that we can concentrate your fire. In fact, yeah, let's just do that with you as well. And then you as well. And then as soon as they want to, if they want to transfer their forces over to this side of the river, then what I can do is I can rush across with my army on that side. Since the enemy does not seem to be reacting to me so far, I just went ahead and brought my archers over as well. And now they can start taking shots at this unit of British heavy chariots as well. Looks like all of them are in range. That's perfect. I don't like how bunched up my units are because I believe that's going to be affecting their accuracy. But you know what? You know, they're chariots, so how do you miss a chariot, right? So we should be doing some substantial damage to that unit there. However, I'm kind of tempted. My formation's a little bit sloppy, so let's see if I can get them looking a little bit better. And then, yeah, I want my legionaries to come on over and provide support on the flanks. And let's go ahead and bring my cav over as well. Yeah, still no reaction. I would like to get my other half of the army involved, but I don't want to march them right into chariots. No, maybe it's not the worst idea, you know, sending spears into chariots, but so far my archers seem to be doing a good job. Yeah, that's another unit of chariots pretty much wiped out. And here's a reaction. Okay. So now with that reaction, let's see, if it's a reaction, I need to keep an eye on this. Yeah, let's get my Roman cav over. Yeah, they've just moved so that pretty much their entire army is in range of my archers now. And my archers still have more than half of their ammunition, so like they're doing pretty good. Yeah, let's get Roman cav over here and then here. And it looks like, okay, so they're sending in, let's see, head hurlers. Yeah, want to kill them, swordsmen. Yeah, alright, let's get my legionaries over, because I don't really want my spearmen fighting up against their melee troops. Even though they're like very damaged and stuff, like slingers, yeah, same thing. So let's just kind of go in here and try to get a flanking charge in on them. And yes, just now their chariots are coming up. Let's try to get you guys, can I get you guys back? Ooh, I wanted to try to get you guys back behind the spears, but maybe that's not gonna work. Yeah, let's get some javelins being tossed in. And let's go ahead and... Can I bring you guys over the river now?
Now shows his true colors as he runs from the battle.
Yeah, let's see if I can catch them, and let's see if I can catch them. Because, yeah, they're all being taken out, and... British heavy chariots. Yeah, can we throw javelins from the middle of the river? Can we do this, or is that not how that works? Alright, looks like we've cleaned up all of that, so that's good. Nice.
The enemy king lies
Nice.
Now is the time to strike hard at his grieving subjects.
And yeah, looks like are we tossing javelins from the middle of the river? Is that working? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's pretty cool. In Roman or Shogun and medieval, you couldn't do that. You had to like, I mean, you could figure it out. There were ways to shoot stuff from like the middle of a river, but it wasn't the easiest thing. All right, let's try to run down as many of these guys as possible.
Now they flee.
Now, we did lose 45 men, but I think that we should have been able to eliminate this army here, so that's pretty good. Yep, that went okay. And with only losing that few men, I would say that we can... Yeah, enemy army routes, perfect. And so now we have these guys, so now he's the faction leader, Magloconus, the Scotti faction leader. 4 stars, yeah, not bad. Slingers, I don't know what else you have. I do have a spy.
Your Honor.
Can I figure this out? No, I can't see what you have. Okay. Can I get you guys anywhere close? No, I was hoping I could get to the river, but that's not going to happen. Okay. That's fine. Oh, what's my Senate mission? I never... Senate mission, Batava Vodorum. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Drop a save, and yeah, we can continue marching. That's a full stack inside. Jesus, that's... And that's full. Like those flags are full, so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of dudes in there. With all of the easy fights out of the way, now let's come down to Cordoba. So Stonewall, so this is going to be the tier 3 walls, and let's assault. We do have the ballistas, yeah, 602 men, that's not nothing. But the Sacred Band will be useless on the walls, so... I mean, if we have to fight them on the walls, that's going to be perfect for us. Long Shield Cavalry is a decent unit, is my understanding. And he's a 1-star general, faction heir. Okay, torturer. Anything that gives morale? No, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Yeah, let's fight them.
I carry on my body many great scars, honorably earned in battle. I have fought many a foe in open combat. I come to fight today. Who stands with me? Those overly proud men over there are the Carthaginians. They think they are our equals, our enemies. I think they are waiting to die. That army comprises a full quarter of our foe's warriors. Is that the best that they can do? These old women, beardless youths, and craven dogs? I think we will grow weary of killing today. They have been lulled into a false sense of security by a few feet of defensive wall, as if that will protect them. We outnumber them by a large margin, but this may drive them to foolhardy defiance. Be careful. The enemy deserve no better than to be shot down. Let us do this and conserve our strength. I have never lost a battle against these people. Why should I start losing now with men such as you at my command? Another victory is at hand. I have won many great victories for Rome. Be strong in that truth, and let this be one more. March on, and know that our victory is assured as long as we live and die like true Romans. I
now have my men all set up and ready to go. I have my 3 towers one on either side of the gate, and I think that this is a pretty favorable position to start in. This is just where my army started off at. And the fact that we don't have to like advance into one of those concave gate sections where like you're getting fired upon by either side is pretty nice. They do have the 2 towers above the gate itself, and there's a tower there, but then like after that it's like, you know, there's a big space without any towers, so that seems favorable. This tower is going to be left basically to see where it needs to go, so it's going to be in the middle. It might just be used as a firing platform. I don't know how heavily defended the walls are going to be. And then each tower is going to be pushed by a unit of early legionaries. I have auxilia over here on the sapping point. And then I do have some auxilia, light auxilia, ready to advance on the walls with their ladders and start taking towers around the settlement. And that's the same with that light auxilia on that side as well. And I have my ballista. This is as far away from the walls as it can be while still being in range of the walls. And I don't know if there's enough ammo on a ballista to take down a chunk of the walls. That might be something that I test out. And if not, maybe I can just target units that are on the walls itself. Since I know now that they can't, ballistas cannot advance inside of the settlements, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, if there's any targets here, you know, on the walls, that's what they will be used for, obviously. So yeah, let's just kind of get going here. So it looks like, what do they have here on top? What's it going to be? Skirmishers and slingers. Okay. Okay. So nothing else on the walls, just those skirmishers and slingers. Well, in that case, let's bring this tower up to provide supporting fire. Let's get you guys onto the sapping point. And then, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I had an entry point on this side of the sapping point so that I'm not blocked off from taking these towers as I was in that last battle. So let's hop on over here and let's just go in.
Roman engineers are now
and
it can only be a matter of time.
Yeah, I don't really
crumble.
I don't really have any targets for my ballista. Yeah, they're smartly keeping their phalanxes underneath, so that's wise of them. Let's just shoot on the wall section with my ballistas and see if I want to see if they have enough ammo to take on a section of this tier 3 wall here. Are you guys in range or no? You're not in range? Alright, let's just get you guys a little bit closer so that you can shoot into these skirmishers.
This is a step on the path to victory. The
and
towers are at the walls.
Let's advance a little bit with my spears on this side and then spears on this side. And as soon as you guys are up, you can move across and support. Let's see, are you guys shooting? Yeah, looks like they're shooting. And we are taking some shots from the gate towers. And yeah, skirmishers are hitting us. Can you guys get up? Okay, legionaries, as soon as you can jump on into these slingers, the better it's going to be for our men down below. Because, yeah, they're getting picked off. And you guys still have ammo, right? Yeah, you guys still have ammo. And is this unit up? Not yet. Okay, they're not up yet. They are coming up. My ballista's taking down the tower on that side. And where is my light auxilia? Here on this side. You guys are... You're getting there. Looks like there's no opening on that side, so that's nice. And are we guys gonna open those doors yet? Do you still have ammo? Yeah, you're still shooting. And are you guys gonna open your doors yet as well? Yep, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if you did. Let's get over here and let's go. Let's see. Let's go take this section first, so that tower gets turned off. And let's go here. Okay, so one guy made it. One guy made it on. And yeah, we still have not... Yep, one guy made it and got hacked down immediately. So are the rest of you guys going to get him up here or no? Come on, guys. Get up there. There you go. All right.
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time
Perfect.
to press on.
All right. Let's get these spearmen up as well. And unfortunately this... Okay, let's get these guys off. Yeah, let's get these guys over here and they can support that fight. And then you guys can come over And let's get you guys into those skirmishers. Yeah, so we're hacking down the slingers. And yeah, it looks like our ballista actually did... Oh no, that wasn't the ballista. That was the... Oh shit, I'm on that part of the wall that the ballista is shooting at. Okay, guys get back. Guys get back. Oh no, 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 no. 41%. Okay, you guys have to run. You guys have to run. Oh shoot, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, run. Golly, that would have been so stupid. Alright, let's get you guys up. And let's get you guys up. Are we hacking down skirmishers? Yes, we are. Perfect. And let's get you guys up as well. Hacking down those guys. There we go. Alright. Now let's try to come over here. And let's go here. Is there anyone down? Huh. I wonder... Oh, did my skirmishers just like get a bunch of long shield cavalry? That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Let's move my auxilia up. And let's try to get closer here. And I think it's probably time for me to bring my archers up because my archers can shoot into that blob down there. That's going to be very, very nice. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's get my archers moving up. You come here, and you come here. And then you go to that side. And yeah, ballista's still shooting. I don't know if that's going to have enough ammo to get through there. And then, yep, you guys just continue along the wall and keep capturing towers for me, please, and thank you. My legionaries are now throwing their pilum down into this mass of troops down here, and yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, very, very nice. They're targeting the sacred bands. Oh, that's wonderful. Perfect, perfect. And now these towers, I guess these towers don't have any arrow slits on this side. Let's see. Is there any towers that are able to fire on the inside? Those ones can down there, but no, not this side. Okay. My light auxilia are just about to take this tower, and yes, now it should be under our control, and it should be picking off these Carthaginian long shield cavalry. I don't know if they have sight on the Libyan spearmen right there. But yeah, that's going to be very good for us. Let's continue on that way. Let's come over to this light auxilia, and let's see how they're doing. Yeah, they need to make sure they take this, and yeah, go there. Alright, that's looking good. And are my archers on the walls yet? They're... okay, they're getting close. I'm starting to run out of room, actually. Where do I put these guys? Yeah, auxilia is still coming up. And I think I have some archers down here. Yeah, some archers. They're going to be on the walls soon. And yeah, I just want to pick off both of these units of spearmen from the walls if I can. Well, I think that I've brought too many men on the walls because, yeah, we're starting to run out of space here. And my archers haven't really found a spot yet. And I'm kind of afraid that we're going to get overcrowded. And I don't want my guys to start falling off the wall. That would just be stupid. Funny, but it'd be really stupid. So let's see if I can try to get a reaction here. Let's see if I can get these sacred bands to maybe come after me. I do have my cavalry auxilia here, so they have their javelins. And maybe I can get them to start marching in this direction. And then they will be taking fire from the towers. And let's see here, let me get this light auxilia as well. And yeah, I want you guys to continue your march. I also wonder, I know at some point the enemy does determine once there's enough of my troops inside of the settlement, they will abandon defending the walls and they will start to move towards the city center. And I'm not sure at what point that is because, yeah, I know that if I were to bring some troops down off the walls and into the streets, then those Sacred Band spearmen would probably move away from the gate, is kind of what I'm thinking. This unit of archers is now fully on the walls, and yeah, they're getting some really good shots into the Sacred Band, shooting into the side here. And yeah, they're losing guys pretty quickly. Now, I don't know if the other unit of archers, are you guys still trying to figure things out up here? Yeah, this side is very crowded. And I don't want to like command them to shoot because there could be a lot of friendly fire coming from that side. So yeah, let's see, you guys, speaking of which, like you're not shooting your own dudes, are you? I don't think you are. I think you're shooting right into their flank. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, now they're being driven back. So now I don't feel so bad. Yeah, I got my auxilia here. So let's go ahead and bring down my cohorts here. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and bring down the rest of my soldiers so that we can try to give our archers some more room up here. Oh, snap. We got the general's bodyguard is coming in. Oh, I didn't notice that. Alright, let's get my auxilia in there. And let's get my early legionaries. And yeah, we may as well fire into him. And actually, no. Don't fire. Stop shooting. Because we might just hack this guy down. He's down to 19 men. Do I have more guys that I can send down to support? Actually, yeah. Actually, you guys are right here. Move up the cav, and maybe they can support. And these spears, let's just get you guys moving up and see if you can get there quickly. He's down to 11 men, so yeah, he's doing a lot of damage, but he's getting chopped down. There he goes. Carthaginian general's been wiped out, and I'm sure he did a lot of damage, but yeah, let's get these guys back here and then here, and let's make sure that my archers are shooting at those Carthaginians there. And then let's try to keep getting some guys off that wall so that my archers actually have room to shoot. My archers are still doing tremendous damage to these Sacred Band, and I brought up my Cavalry Auxilia because, yeah, they can... Let's see, if they're running away, then we can do that, and we can tell my guys to stop shooting. And, yeah, let's run these guys down. Can we wipe them out? Yeah, wipe them out, and be careful, there's these 9 Sacred Bands right there. Obviously don't want to take too many hits here. Oop, let's get back, let's get back, let's get back, let's get back, don't run into them. But you have javelins, so you can turn around and throw your javelins into those men right there. Perfect. Yeah, so that's going to be perfect. Yeah, nice. So just go ahead and keep running those guys down. And that's going to be it for their Sacred Band. Now, they know they still have some Libyan spearmen hanging about. Ooh, what's that over there? Looks like they have a unit over at that side. I don't know what that is, though. With the outer layer of the settlement now secured, I'm just pushing my infantry up in a column down this little alley here that does lead straight to the city center. So that's actually pretty nice. Yeah, it's a bit more straightforward than that last settlement. Was that must have been in my Egypt campaign where I just was like walking in circles. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. So this is going to be a bit nicer. It's a more narrow pathway here. And yeah, anytime I play these siege battles, I just like can't fathom playing this game on large unit scale. It just seems like that'd just be torture. I don't know. It just seems like it'd be so difficult. Maybe you just have to get used to it, but I don't know. It just I don't know if that would like be worth the effort. They are now sending in some Libyan spearmen here, and I do have some early legionaries. Let's see, make sure that you guys are on fire at will so that we can't toss our pilum into them. And yeah, my early legionaries should make short work of those Libyan spears. And then what do they have left? Iberian infantry, long-shield cavalry, and 4 men from the general's bodyguard left. Yeah, at this point of the battle, I would say the only issue left remaining is going to be time. So we need to probably get a move in here. Yeah. Yeah, let's cut down as many of these guys as we can. And let's just keep pushing. Now they want to send in their long shield cavalry. Do I have some auxilia nearby? Yes, I do. Perfect. So let's try to get my auxilia actually up in here with their spears. And do I have more auxilia? Yes, I do. Let's send them up as well. And yeah, the long shield cavalry might be doing decently against my legionaries. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, now my spears are in there and we should be cutting them down. They're down to 22 men. And let's see, are my archers able to shoot at their Iberian infantry? Yes, they are. So let's make sure that we're targeting them. Yeah, so their long shield cavalry got cut down. Now let's make sure that my legionaries are cutting down their Iberian infantry. Let's get my auxilia in a position where they can't intercept the general's bodyguard. And yeah, they're going to be cut down. Oh yeah, let's make sure that I'm not firing anymore. Let's halt and not fire into my own guys. Let's go ahead and send my spears. Let's take them off of guard mode. Ugh. Come on, we can cut down. I know it's not the ideal fight, but we can cut down three spearmen, can't we? I was hoping we could, because I was trying to get a flanking in here. Gosh, we have not killed a single sacred band with our auxilia. That's not a good fight for us. Jesus. I just figured like with the full unit, you know, we'd be able to overwhelm them, but they're like hanging on. All right, let's get a flanking charge into these Iberians. Only 8 left. And let's bring up these early legionaries. All right, there we go. Now we've killed one of them. They're down to 2 now. And they're surrounded. Now there's down to 1. All right, and did they already charge in their bodyguard? Looks like they've already charged in their bodyguard. Perfect. No, actually, their bodyguard looks like they have a couple units that are still on the outside of the plaza, but I mean, there's less than 3 minutes left, so we will be winning this battle if they don't come back to defend it. There we go. There is our victory. So let's go ahead and end this battle. And yeah, they never came back to the plaza, so we did lose 228 men, but we killed 597. Yeah, that felt pretty good. And I'm still learning stuff too. Still learning, you know, how to manage these siege battles. It takes time, you know. It took time for me in medieval as well to kind of like figure out the tempo, I suppose. All right, definitely want to exterminate. That's going to be 21,000 people killed, but we get that 19,000 denarii. Woo woo. Yeah, let's get that. And they're so happy. Look at them. They're so happy. So, resistance is futile. Yes, it is. Cordoba. All right, so they do have an arena, so we can just like, you know, pump up the games to distract them of their of their despair. What can we recruit here? Praetorians, yes, legionaries, awesome. Legionary cavalry, yeah. This is my only place, you know, I was actually just looking at this too. I was like, oh man, should I get that hippodrome in Ariminum so that I can get my first like decent heavy cav that would be available to me outside of my general's bodyguards? And I still might do that, especially now that I have the money to do so. But the fact that I can now train legionary cavalry down here in Cordoba, that's pretty awesome. Is that going to be a 2-turn unit? 2 turns, yeah, it is. Darn it. But good morale, good stamina, 22 defense, 9 attack, 6 charge. And I think that this is a unit that does have a secondary attack. If I am right about this, I think that the values just swap. I think that they switch to a sword, and then their attack becomes... Wait, that doesn't make sense. No, because their charge bonus isn't... Let's see, what would it be then? So with a sword, I would imagine that their attack would go from like 9 to maybe 12 or something like that, and their charge might go down to like 4 or 3. That would be my guess. Because yeah, you get a higher charge bonus when you have a spear, and then a higher like attack, you know, when you just are using your sword. I think so. I'm pretty sure that's how that works with this unit here. So How much is it? Yeah, 711 to recruit and 190 to upkeep. Doesn't seem so bad. And we can get scorpions here as well. Fun. And some onagers as well. Again, another unit. These are other units that I can't quite recruit yet in other places. Incendiary pigs. Dope. And let's see. Anything else? Yeah, quick cream. Awesome. Yeah, dope. Awesome. So much good stuff. So let's repair that stone wall, and then let's go ahead and retrain. What do they have for their temple? What do they got going on? Law and happiness. Law and happiness. I wonder, does that transfer directly into the Jupiter line? Let's see. Does it allow? So this is the awesome temple. Can I build anything Jupiter related? I don't think I'm. Wait, they never built their mines? What? They have their basic mines, right? Yeah, they have basic mines, but they never built their, like, upgraded mines. Holy snap, wow. Okay. Okay, so that might be a priority. What else would I consider here? I mean, sewers, they never built their... I mean, I guess Squalor is only 15%, so... Yeah, I guess it's not that super important to get those sewers going. How much for the mines? Mines would be... Get me an extra 225. Holy moly, that's a decent return on that. Forum would get me an extra 60. That's it. Okay, never mind that. Highways would get me an extra all right, like 130-ish. Okay. It's something. Obviously, it will be nicer when I own more territories connecting to it. So yes, I understand, but still, I think mines are going to be the go-to first thing I want to build. I think so. Why is the arena? I thought that they have an arena. I thought that was the tier 1. Am I getting yearly gains from some? Oh, I'm getting the yearly games from the what is it called? Am I getting races? Yeah, I'm getting races from this. The elite cavalry stables. Okay. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Huh. Is that true for the Roman stuff as well? Like, if you get the elite stables? I would imagine so. I mean, the Circus Maximus that's the Roman thing, so yeah, I didn't realize that. You can get yearly games from either the arena or the top tier staple buildings. Does that stack? Or is that just only like one or the other? Yeah, I'm not sure. Upon further reflection, as much as I would like to build this mine and get some more money right away from Cordoba, I think that it's more important for me to consider how quickly I want this army to move on from Cordoba, and I would say that that's, as fast as possible. So with that in mind, let's think instead about public order. And specifically, I would say, so this is huge city. Huge is that's the top tier, correct? So that means that this administrative building, the Royal Palace, is their highest tier administrative building, and therefore that's going to be like a certain So it's my understanding that 25% of that 50% is, I think the number is 25, and I think that's going to be tied to that administrative building that's never going to go away. So there's going to be like other things that I think, actually, yeah, maybe that's why I had so much trouble with keeping Cordoba happy in my practice playthrough, was that it's probably, I think it starts off at a large town, and then it probably has decent, the base farming is 6%, so it probably grows pretty quickly. And by the time you get here, you're probably going to be getting a huge city that's going to come with a 25% culture penalty that you can't get rid of. So with that in mind, I would say that like we should probably right away start thinking about demolishing the awesome Temple of Baal. And so corruption is 113. I would say that I'm going to want some Jupiter up in here to reduce... I would imagine... why is it so low? That seems low. Are there other law buildings here that they get? Yeah, they get that secret police network. Oh, that's awesome. Wow, 20% bonus to law. Huh. Maybe I want Bacchus here instead. But I don't know. I'll just get Jupiter. Because I have a feeling that corruption's gonna go up. Is my assumption. So let's retrain as much as I can. But then let's start recruiting some peasants. And I know those peasants are probably going to be outside of the city, but it doesn't seem like there's any diplomats floating around. So we should be okay in that regard. And now with that extra money that I have, so 24,000, let's go ahead and get some fun stuff. Even though I can get those legionary cavalry down there, I think I want more. Let's get a hippodrome up here in Ariminum. And yeah, 4,800, it's a lot, but let's get it. I should be getting... I feel like I'm behind on my military tech, so getting some decent heavy cav up in Italy seems important. And then with that in mind, should I do the same thing in Batavium and get the upgraded... Yeah, the catapult range, so I could just get some, basic onagers for Pete's sake? I think so. Yeah, 4,800 again. Ugh, it's rough. It's so expensive. Oh, man. That's expensive. So with that in mind, I think with those fun buildings being built, I think I need to go back to getting money buildings. Let's see, how's my corruption here? 90 here in Arretium, so that's not bad. Great Forum. That's a decent amount of money for the Great Forum. How much is that costing me? 4,000. Everything costs 4,800. Oh god. Okay. Oh boy. Well, that was a long turn, and I don't intend to play much further than this, but I do at least want to press enter now that I have everything finished up. So let's just kind of see what's going to happen here. I'm really curious if the Britons want to make any moves against me and my advance. It looks like looks like they're backing up. Okay. So, hey, I got a unit of Triarii. Whoa, I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know that you could still get units, like pre-Marian units. This is for if I blockade. Wait, what? Oh, if I take it. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm on my way to take it anyway. Yeah, perfect. I'm literally on my way. So, perfect. And yeah, they're going to give me a unit of Triarii for taking that. That's nice. That's actually like it's a better spear unit than my Auxilia, so I will take it. Yeah, lovely. And I have 10 turns. I think that I can accomplish that. And then for this, I'm getting gains thrown for blockading that port. Yes. And 13,000 in the treasury. Okie dokie. And Rome is the greatest faction. Duh. Secundus Agulius. New family member. Good name. There's a lot of good names in this faction. And yes, stuff is built. People are recruited. Ceasefire between the Brutii and the Britons. Interesting. Okay. I don't remember giving you permission for that. Yes, so Batava Vadorum, you are going to be next on my hit list. And I just want to take a peek around. Is there anything, did things shift? Did anything move around? You guys will be heading up on your way to assist this push, but you will not be waiting. You're going to be, in fact, able to basically take that bridge. Not quite, actually. Yeah, not quite. Okay. How long will it take you to get there? Jesus, it's going to take a whole turn to cross that bridge? That's how that works? Damn. 3, 4, 5 turns just to get there? Damn. Wow. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I'm already on my way.
Attack!
At your service.
Yeah, let's move you up and let's...
General, move out. Move depleted, sir.
Slingers, can I
At your service.
learn more? No? Man, you can't move that far either. Jeez, oh Pete.
Out of moves.
2 slingers, okay. I don't know what that last unit is. let's just continue to take a peek around. I'm basically looking for brigands. That's like the main thing here. I'm afraid to even say anything, but I feel like I barely get brigands down here in Italy. And yeah, now that I've said that, just watch. just you watch. Or is it? I wonder, is it related to the level of administrative building? The higher it gets, the less brigands you get in a territory? Huh, I wonder. That's interesting. I'm thinking like I'm like flashing back through all of the times I've ever fought a brigand army, and I'm wondering if it is gosh, I've never seen anything said about that, so I'm doubting it, of course. I'm doubting the truth in that, but yeah, that's a very interesting thing. And yes, in this turn I can finally take Numantia. That is, if I can. I mean, I think they just have like heavy cav in there. It's just going to be like a bunch of bodyguards, I think. Although I'm just seeing the one, but I'm assuming there's at least one, if not two more in there. So it might be a relatively tough fight, you know, even though there's not much in there. But in any case, that is all going to have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Kana Sip playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.